Question 1. Which of the following involves taking advantage of an interactive process to gain access to restricted areas? A. Persistence. B. Buffer overflow. C. Privilege escalation. D. Farming. Correct answer. C. Privilege escalation. Privilege escalation is the act of taking advantage of a system vulnerability to gain access to restricted resources or areas. This attack often happens when a user obtains elevated privileges, either by exploiting a security flaw or using social engineering tactics to deceive the system into granting higher access levels than originally intended, such as escalating from a standard user to an administrator. Question 2. Which of the following is the most effective measure for mitigating zero-day vulnerabilities? A. Network segmentation. B. Patch management. C. Intrusion prevention system. D. Multiple vulnerability scanners. Correct answer. C. Intrusion prevention system. An intrusion prevention system is built to continuously monitor network traffic and detect potential threats, including zero-day vulnerabilities, which are previously undiscovered weaknesses that attackers may exploit. The IPS can identify abnormal patterns or behaviors in the traffic that could signal an attack and take immediate action to block or reduce the threat. Question 3. Which of the following actions can help protect against dictionary password attacks? A. Account lockout limit. B. Enforcing password history. C. Requiring password complexity. D. Using password hints. Correct answer. C. Requiring password complexity. Password complexity rules, which mandate the use of a combination of uppercase and lowercase letters, numbers, and special characters, help protect against dictionary password attacks. These attacks attempt to guess passwords using common words or predictable patterns. By enforcing complexity requirements, the password is less likely to appear in a dictionary or common password list, significantly increasing the difficulty of a successful attack. Question 4. Which type of attack involves an attacker attempting to find an input value that results in the same hash as a password? A. Brute force. B. Collision attack. C. Rainbow table. D. Session hijacking. Correct answer. B. Collision attack. A collision attack focuses on cryptographic hash functions by trying to find two distinct input values that produce the same hash output. This could enable an attacker to bypass authentication systems if they can generate a hash that matches the one stored for a password. Question 5. Which type of attack exploits a website's trust in an authenticated user by mimicking that user to send malicious requests to the site? A. Bluejacking. B. Cross-site request forgery. C. Cross-site scripting. D. Evil twin. Correct answer. B. Cross-site request forgery. Cross-site request forgery is an attack in which the attacker exploits the trust a website has in an authenticated user. The attacker deceives the user into unknowingly submitting a harmful request to a trusted website, potentially leading to actions such as altering account settings or executing unauthorized transactions. Question 6. Which of the following malicious actors generally has the fewest resources at their disposal? A. Hacktivists. B. Nation-states. C. Organized crime. D. Script kiddies. Correct answer. D. Script kiddies. Script kiddies are typically individuals with minimal technical expertise who rely on pre-existing attack tools or scripts developed by others. They usually have fewer resources than other malicious actors, such as hacktivists, nation-states, or organized crime groups, who typically possess greater funding, technical knowledge, and access to advanced tools and techniques. Question 7. Which protocol is used by a Smurf attack to target a network or system? A. TCP, B. IP, C. UDP, D. ICMP. Correct answer. D. ICMP. In a Smurf attack, the attacker sends ICMP, Internet Control Message Protocol, echo request, ping packets to the broadcast address of a network, spoofing the source address to be that of the target. As a result, all devices on the network respond to the fake IP address, flooding the target with ICMP echo reply packets and causing a denial of service condition. Question 8. William is receiving a large amount of spam through the Bluetooth connection on his PDA. What type of vulnerability is he encountering? A. Blue mail. B. Blue spam. C. Blue snarfing. D. Blue jacking. Correct answer. D. Blue jacking. Bluejacking is the act of sending unsolicited messages or spam to Bluetooth-enabled devices, like phones, PDAs, or laptops. While these messages can be disruptive and irritating, they typically do not involve stealing data or accessing the device's information. Question 9. Which of the following types of viruses can attach itself to the boot sector of a disk to evade detection and provide misleading information about file sizes? A. Trojan horse. B. Stealth virus. C. Polymorphic virus. D. Worm. Correct answer. B. Stealth virus. A stealth virus is designed to avoid detection by altering system processes and providing misleading information about file sizes or disk contents. It often attaches to the boot sector of a disk, evading antivirus software by intercepting and modifying requests to access the system's files or disk. Question 10. What is the term for intercepting data packets transmitted over wireless networks? A. Whaling. B. Packet corralling. C. Shoulder surfing. D. Packet sniffing. Correct answer. D. Packet sniffing. Packet sniffing is the act of intercepting and capturing data packets transmitted over a network, including wireless networks. It enables attackers to analyze the transmitted data, which could reveal sensitive information if the communication isn't adequately encrypted. Question 11. Which of the following allows computer programs to exchange information? A. API. B. UI. C. Device drivers. D. SDK. Correct answer. A. API. An API, Application Programming Interface, enables software programs to interact and share data with one another. It specifies the methods and data structures that programs can use to request and transmit information, facilitating smooth communication between different software systems. Question 12. What technology is used for contactless payment transactions? A. NFC. B. SDN. C. PED. D. WAP. Correct answer. A. NFC. NFC, Near Field Communication, is a technology that facilitates contactless payment transactions. It enables devices like smartphones and contactless cards to interact with payment terminals when positioned near each other, usually within a few centimeters. Question 13. Which type of instant messaging attack aims to disrupt systems by injecting or overwhelming a channel with useless data? A. Jamming. B. Duster. C. Buffer overflow. D. Flooding. Correct answer. D. Flooding. Flooding is an attack method designed to disrupt systems by saturating a channel with an overwhelming amount of unnecessary or excessive data, preventing it from handling legitimate traffic. This can degrade system performance or render it unavailable to users. Question 14. What is the term for a monitored system that contains no valuable data and is designed to detect unauthorized access attempts, diverting the attacker's attention from the actual network? A. Captive portal. B. HoneyNet. C. UTM appliance. D. Honeypot. Correct answer. D. Honeypot. A honeypot is a deliberately deployed decoy system or monitored host containing no valuable data, intended to lure and identify unauthorized access attempts. Its main goal is to distract attackers from the actual network while collecting insights into their techniques and tools. Question 15. Rose wants to present real-time data on global attacks from various service providers to the management in her organization in a visual format. Which type of threat intelligence tool is typically used for this? A. A dark web tracker. B. A pie chart. C. A threat map. D. An OSINT repository. Correct answer. C. A threat map. A threat map provides a visual representation of real-time global cyber attacks, highlighting their locations and scale. It often displays activity from different service providers, serving as a valuable tool for showcasing real-time threats to management. Question 16. Which term best describes a network of compromised computers that are centrally controlled by an attacker? A. Attack net. B. Botnet. C. Null net. D. Zombie net. Correct answer. B. Botnet. A botnet is a network of infected computers, known as bots, that an attacker remotely controls from a central location, typically without the owner's awareness. These compromised devices are used for malicious activities, including sending spam, executing DDoS attacks, and stealing data. Question 17. Which type of attack involves multiple computers targeting a network or victim simultaneously? A. DOS. B. DDoS. C. UDP attack. D. Worm. Correct answer. B. DDoS. A DDoS, distributed denial of service, attack leverages multiple computers, often part of a botnet, to attack a network or target. The objective is to overload the victim's resources, such as bandwidth or processing capacity, by inundating the system with excessive traffic. Question 18. In which of the following scenarios would using a vulnerability scanner be most appropriate? A. Activating protocol analysis features. B. Allowing remote access. C. Enabling encryption. D. Detecting open ports on a computer. Correct answer. D. Detecting open ports on a computer. A vulnerability scanner is a tool designed to detect weaknesses in a system, such as open ports, misconfigurations, outdated software, or security flaws. Identifying open ports is a crucial aspect of vulnerability management, as they can create entry points for potential attacks. Question 19. Which type of software operates on behalf of a third party to gather information? A. Rootkit. B. Spyware. C. Adware. D. SCR. Correct answer. B. Spyware. Spyware is a type of software that secretly gathers data from a user's system without their permission and transmits it to a third party. This data may include browsing activity, login credentials, or other personal information. Spyware can be used for malicious activities like identity theft or for monitoring user behavior for marketing purposes. Question 20. Which remote administration tool is used by attackers to gain control of Windows-based systems through a backdoor attack? A. Brute force. B. Dictionary. C. Man in the middle. D. NetBus. Correct answer. D. NetBus. NetBus is a remote administration tool that attackers have frequently used to compromise Windows-based systems through backdoor attacks. Once installed on a victim's device, it enables remote control, allowing attackers to transfer files, log keystrokes, and execute commands without the victim's awareness. How many questions did you get right? Leave a comment below. Thank you for watching.